Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
I joined the Army National Guard for multiple reasons. The first being which that I've always believed that the state of Oklahoma and the United States of America are truly exceptional on the world stage. So I wanted to do something to give back to the country and the state that's been so good to me. So one day I asked myself, if not me, who? And if not now, when? So it was at that point I decided to enlist. And the second reason being, getting my education has always been very important to me. So after doing some studying, I found the Army National Guard's college benefits were far more competitive than anything else out there. So after graduating from the University of Oklahoma, I was able to leave my college career basically debt-free. Now that I work in recruiting, I get to see people's lives change for the better by the Army National Guard on a daily basis. And people enlist for different reasons. It could be the competitive college benefits we offer, it could be a part-time paycheck, the job training we offer, or even healthcare. But regardless of why someone enlists, the fact still remains that their part-time military service has served as a stepping stone to propel their future.
Call us first.
For loans.
For deposits.
For the best customer service.
Call us first.
We answer. First National Bank of Davis, a branch of Pauls Valley National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
Sooner Pharmacy provides a variety of healthcare services. We accept e-prescriptions and we also offer delivery services. Sooner Pharmacy is handicap accessible. Sooner Pharmacy is located at 705 East Main Street inside Sooner Foods.
Looking for a veterinarian to care for both your small and large animals? Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health. My staff and I are committed to providing the most up-to-date preventative health care for your pets. We are one of the few veterinary practices in southern Oklahoma that is fully equipped to handle all of your livestock needs to help you achieve the greatest profitability for your livestock. We also do inside boarding for your pets with weekend drop-offs and dismissals. Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health in Davis.
District first base for Class 3A, and this year's All-District basketball for Class 3A. Who's the most athletic? Future plans are to attend college, to study dentistry, and become an orthodontist.
I can't hear anything.
Senior softball player Lindsey Martin, escorted by her parents Kevin and Christy Martin. Fast pitch for 4 years, slow pitch 4 years, football manager for 6 years, All-District fast pitch softball team for 4 years. Who's who, Miss DHS. Future plans are to attend college and become an anesthesiologist. Our last senior softball player is Maddie Merrill, escorted by Jennifer Womack and Greg Merrill. Fast pitch 3 years, slow pitch 4 years. Varsity cheerleader for 4 years, 2018 All-District softball team, 2018 All-American cheer, 2019 Fast Pitch District Offensive Player of the Year, National and Oklahoma Honor Society for 4 years. Who's who, most unforgettable. Future plans are to attend college and become a pediatric behavioral therapist. Maddie was also a senior cheerleader for the Wolves. Senior cheerleader London Tubes, escorted by Josh and Chris Tubes, and Nikki Tubes and her brother Hunter Tubes. Varsity cheerleader for 2 years, involved in cheering for 10 years. Volleyball 4 years, soccer 8 years, All-American cheerleader. National Junior Honor Society, member of Stucco. BPA member for 3 years. 2019-2020 BPA Vice President, and who's who, most spirited. Future plans are to attend college in the fall and major in pre-med and become a pediatrician. Senior cheerleader Chasey Keene, escorted by her parents Chad and Lisa Keene. Varsity cheerleader for 4 years. This year's UCA Leadership Award. This year's All Ardmore cheer team. National Honor Society for 4 years. Who's who, biggest flirt. Future plans are to attend East Central University in the fall. Senior cheerleader Charlie Cottrell, escorted by Ryan and Benita Cottrell and Melanie Kirby. Varsity cheerleader 4 years, National and Oklahoma Honor Society for 4 years. Who's who, most likely to succeed. Her plans to attend East Central University and major in psychology. Senior cheerleader Carissa Dodds, escorted by Jason Dodds, Kylie and Tiffany Baxter. Varsity cheerleader for 4 years, 2-time All-American cheer, involved in cheering for 10 years. Stucco treasurer, BPA 4 years. This year's secretary, FCA 2 years, and who's who, best driver. Future plans are to attend college, major in pre-med, and become a cardiovascular surgeon. Senior cheerleader Molly Gibson, escorted by Ryan and Sunny Lynn Gibson and Aunt Karen Sosby. Varsity cheerleader for 4 years, National and Oklahoma Honor Society for 4 years. BPA 4 years, this year's BPA chaplain. Stucco member, FFA, FCA for 2 years. Who's who, most unique style. Future plans are to attend college, major in biomedical chemistry, further in education in medical school, and to become a neurologist. Senior cheerleader Kylie Moss, escorted by Shane and Leah Moss and Natalie Moss. Varsity cheerleader for 4 years, All-American cheer for 4 years. This year's All-Armorite cheer team. Executives for 3 years, FCA 2 years. Who's who, most likely to be famous. Future plans are to attend East Central University and major in early childhood education. Senior cheerleader Tori Archuleta, escorted by her dad Shane Archuleta. Varsity cheerleader 1 year, cheer mascot 2 years, BPA member 3 years. Softball for 2 years, this year's BPA president, senior class president. Stucco member, and who's who, most likely to be a YouTuber. Future plans are to attend the University of Central Oklahoma and major in biology and become an OBGYN. Senior cheerleader Jaden Smith, escorted by her grandma, Kim Graves, and great-grandma, Mary Daly. Varsity cheerleader for 1 year. Her future plans are to attend East Central University for general classes and transfer to the University of Oklahoma and become a pediatrician, continuing a nursing career. Our last senior cheerleader is Presley Warren, escorted by Philip and Tiffany McDonald and her brothers Jaden and Jacoby. Varsity cheerleader 4 years, fast pitch softball 2 years, slow pitch softball 2 years, track 2 years, strength and conditioning 2 years, two-time All-American cheerleader, received cheerleadership pin for 3 years, this year's football homecoming queen, who's who best dressed, and her future plans are to attend the University of Central Oklahoma and become a labor and delivery nurse specializing in the NICU. Those are our senior Wolves cheerleaders. And now for our football team, our senior football players, starting with number 3, Cole Martin, escorted by his parents, Mike and Jerry Martin. Football for 4 years, basketball for 4 years, baseball 4 years. 2018 All-District Honorable Mention outside linebacker. 2018-2019 All-Armorite basketball team. 2018-2019 All-Conference basketball team. And when he went to All-Tournament basketball team. Lindsay All-Tournament basketball team. National and Oklahoma Honor Society. Chickasaw Nation Honor Club. And who's who? Mr. DHS. Future plans are to attend East Central University majoring in nursing. Number 6, Diego Moore, escorted by Roy and Amanda Wright. Football for 4 years, track 2 years, who's who works driver, and his future plans are to be successful and make money. Number 7, Toby Talaferro, escorted by Michael and Brandy Hartman, and Brian and Ladrina Talaferro and Wanda Crum. Football for 4 years, powerlifting 3 years, track 1 year. Who's who most sarcastic? Future plans are to attend OSU Okmulgee and become a diesel mechanic. Number 13, Zach Mann, escorted by David and Krista Mann. Football for 4 years, track 2 years. Who's who most sarcastic? Future plans are to be successful and make money. Number 40, Cooper Webb, escorted by Ron and Cassie Webb, Clinton and Shelley Gilbert. Football for 4 years, wrestling 4 years, two-time state champion wrestler class 3A. Who's who most athletic? Future plans are to attend college and play football. Number 44, Tyler Tomlinson, escorted by his parents, Brandon and Bithia Tomlinson. Football for 4 years, basketball 1 year, FFA 5 years. This year's FFA treasurer, who's who world traveler. Future plans are to attend electrical school in Oklahoma City. Number 50, Justin Ross, escorted by Stacy Sarton, Aaron Brenner, and brother Brandon Ross, little brother to Peyton Ross. Football for 4 years, powerlifting 4 years, basketball 2 years, who's who class clown, and this year's football homecoming escort. Future plans are to work while taking online college classes and earn a degree in engineering. Number 65, Isaiah Escabel, escorted by Thomas and Haley Escabel and brother Matthew Escabel. Football for 4 years, wrestling 4 years, baseball 1 year, junior high basketball for 3 years. Future plans are to continue his education in engineering and join the Army. Number 66, Marshall Boulding, escorted by his parents, Jim and Maylee Bowling. Football for 4 years, powerlifting 2 years, golf for 1 year, FFA for 5 years. This year's FFA Sentinel. And who's who most friendliest? Future plans are to attend a trade school and become a machinist. Number 73, Christian Greenlee, escorted by his parents, Bill and Jennifer Greenlee. Little brother, Brady Greenlee. Football for 4 years, track 1 year, powerlifting 1 year. Future plans are to attend Oklahoma State University in the fall. Number 78, Greg Billy, escorted by his parents, Monty and Jackie Billy. Football for 3 years, track 3 years. Esports for 1 year. Who's who most unforgettable? Future plans are to attend college and play football. Number 81, Tate Ward, escorted by his parents, Brian and Sky Ward. Football for 4 years, powerlifting 4 years, three-time state powerlifting qualifier. Future plans are to attend Southeastern Oklahoma State University in Durant in the fall. Number 10, Dane Parker. Number 20, Trey Parker, escorted by their parents, Greg and Jody Parker. Football for 4 years, basketball for 4 years, baseball for 4 years. For Dane, he is who's who most likely to become famous and plans to attend East Central University. Trey is this year's all-conference baseball and who's who biggest flirt, and he also plans to attend East Central University.
We didn't learn that.
That is our senior band members, softball players, cheerleaders, and football players. Fans, let's give it up for our student athletes and their parents and guardians for their support and the commitment they have to Davis schools and Davis athletics.
Hey, you don't underestimate Dr. Nate.
Dr. Man.
Dr.
Wet.
Cold. The hands. Look at the hands.
Okay, hey, if you're not down to work tonight, you got to go. Got to go. You're not working, you got to go. Because we can't get too many people in here, because I don't know how many people this can hold.
I did. I did. I want some new ones.
I have to go up in a minute, buddy.
If I hear the term ice cream sandwiches, it's you and Mr. Johnson.
I turned that in at like 8 p.m. the day that I took
Oh, God.
That's fine. I'm fine with having zero. I've never done anything.
So, hey,
Okay, we're coming to you live from a wet and cold Davis Wolves football field, getting ready for a big district football game between the Colgate Wildcats and the Davis Wolves. Just got done with the senior activities, last home game for that group of seniors. Good group of kids.
Yeah, they've won. They've played in a lot of football games. They've won a lot of football games. These kids are obviously good student athletes. We got to hear a lot about that tonight here on senior night. Looking forward to their leadership as we go throughout this year and other, Davis athletic endeavors this year.
Hey, and I got to hear something first. I heard who's going to be most likely to be a YouTuber. Hey, there's something I have not heard before. So,
yeah, there's no telling what those kids are going to write down sometimes what they're going to announce.
So 12:26 to go before the start of this game. Again, that rain continues to come down. I'll tell you what, it is going to be a cold, wet field. That field's going to get sloppy because there's been a lot of rain coming down for a long period of time now. So it's going to be a mess by the end of this game.
Yep, weather's definitely going to play a factor. Which team adjusts and makes the most of their opportunities tonight because it may be limited.
So I'll tell you this: I was somewhat surprised when I arrived. Colgate was already out on the field practicing. They probably practiced an hour and a half before during their warm-up. So I'll tell you what, they put in a lot of work in the rain getting ready for this. So again, apparently they realize the magnitude of this game. Again, Colgate trying to pick up their first win on the year, and they want to do it against the Wolves right here. Again, we certainly don't want that to happen.
Yeah, we're used to that. We get everybody's best shot, year in and year out. It means something to say when you were in high school that you beat the Davis Wolves.
So Colgate, like we said, so far on the year 0-7, but this is a Colgate team that was actually able to beat the Wolves last year. And just if you look at the all-time series here, tell us a little bit about what that looks like.
Yep, Davis leads the series 17-3. The series was started in 1954, and these two teams have played consecutively since 2006.
So Davis looking to build on their 2-4 record.
Last year, Colgate won 20-6. We've got some stats. The largest margin of victory in this series, believe it or not, was Colgate winning 62-0 in 1962.
And that's kind of surprising. Again, 17-3 all time in the series. So.
Yep, the least combined points we have was 26 points, and that happened twice. It happened once in 1994. Davis won 17-9, and then last year with Colgate's win, 20-6.
And I'll tell you what, that game last year, I don't know if you remember that, but it was a close game. The Wolves actually led until late in the third quarter. Colgate's able to kind of pull ahead and then kind of put the nail in the coffin and score a late touchdown to win 26. But it was a heck of a game. So we are about to have a prayer out on the field and a national anthem. So we are going to let you guys listen in and drop off for a few minutes. We'll be back in a second.
And blessing to be here tonight to play and watch football. Help us all compete with fairness in our hearts and minds, and give us the grace to accept success or defeat. Protect the players and watch over all who are present tonight. May this game celebrate sport and be enjoyable for everyone. Amen.
Back 8 minutes 11 seconds to go before kickoff. Just had the prayer and the national anthem. We've got the captains coming out on the field. It looks like for the Wolves this evening, looks like the three captains are going to be number 66 Marshall Bolding, number 81 Tate Ward, and number 73 Christian Greenlee.
Just to expound a little bit on what we were talking about a while ago, Brad, the 1962 Colgate Wildcats were not just any team. That team went on to win the district and were a state quarterfinalist. And one fact that we have about Davis and Colgate together, there are two of approximately only 40 schools who have made one appearance in the state playoffs once each decade since 1944.
Yeah, that's cool. Only 40 teams in the entire state, and Colgate and Davis are two of those teams.
The loss last season ended a 15-game win streak for the Wolves over the Wildcats, and that was the first loss in the series since 1963 for Davis.
Wow.
When looking back at this series, you look back to 2016. The Wolves and the Wildcats met in Week 10 of the 2016 season. They were both undefeated in district play, and the outcome determined the district championship. The Wolves are still alive in the playoff hunt this year, while the Wildcats are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Now, we've talked about Davis's strength of schedule several times this year, and I want you to know that Davis's opponents, their combined record this year through this week is 38 wins and only 11 losses from Davis's opponents.
I know you and I had we had talked a little bit. You know, we're starting to kind of think more about those playoff runs. You know, we are this year in the redistricting. We are now in 2A8. We will be matched up in the playoffs in 2A7. So some notable teams in 2A7 that we could potentially match up with are.
Well, I know the head honchos there in that district have got to be Washington and Millwood, correct?
Washington, Millwood, that is exactly right. You know, and then you also have some other teams like Christian Heritage. Actually, not Christian Heritage, because Christian Heritage is in Class A, but I believe it's Community Christian.
But Crooked Oak used to be a part of that district. I don't know if they still are.
You know, I did look at the teams. I actually watched some film last week on some of the teams that we could potentially match up with. If the playoffs started today and Davis was ended the year in the same position they are in currently in district, they would end up in third in district, which meant they would be on the road the first playoff game, and that would more than likely, if
be
things
playing
held
the
up,
second place team of District
2A7, which currently is Millwood.
A lot of history there. That's no light foe there. Again, you know, whether it's Washington, Millwood, or anybody, that first round game is always an important game and a big one for every team in the state.
So I also looked at where they would potentially match up in the second round. Second round, more than likely, would be the winner of the district, which contains both Vian and Victory Christian, or excuse me, Vian and Holland Hall. So again, you know, that's probably where that would end up if the playoffs all hold true. Davis ended third in the district. When on the road, we're able to beat who is currently Millwood, who is in second in the district. They would end up playing at Vian in the second play, more than likely, if all things held true as they stand currently.
Sure. And we touched on it a little bit last week. Davis joined kind of an exclusive, very exclusive club with 300 all-time district wins.
That's awesome.
That's unbelievable. Davis is also in
district wins.
District wins, and Davis is also a member of what we're going to call the 300-600 club. Actually, there's a third component to that. There's 300 all-time wins in the district. And then there's 400 wins since 1975, and why that year is significant is because that was the first year of the expanded playoffs. Before that, only the district champion would go to the playoffs. So in 1975 is when they expanded the playoffs to include the first, second, third, and fourth place teams. And if you want to go back to 1944, which was significant because that was the first year of the Oklahoma playoffs, Davis has 600 wins, at least 600 wins. Davis actually has 300 district wins, 462 wins since 1975, and 616 wins since 1944, which was the first year of the playoffs. Now, when you talk about elite company in this class with both the 300, 400, and 600 wins on those plateaus, there's only 3 schools, Brad.
I bet I can name them because I'm looking at it with you. But
thanks to Boyd Fulton, as usual. Yeah. I tell you what, this guy's unbelievable, the stats that he comes up with.
And if you look at it, it's really the who's who of football.
Yeah, it is. And it's, you know, and if you guys are listening in on the chat, if you want to try to chime in and place your guesses here on who that might be, we might wait to reveal that maybe at halftime.
Well, I will tell you one that I'm surprised is not on the list, so I'll give that one away, and that is that's Ada. You know, I would have expected to see Ada there, but they are not on that list. So.
And again, this is 300 district wins, 400 overall wins since 1975, and over 600 wins since 1944, which was the first year of the playoffs. Since 1944, what?
Well, since we've got Bobby over there on the camera, maybe let's go to Bobby real quick. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, so you guys were talking a little trivia there. If you guys want to hold on to that till halftime, maybe take some guesses on the chat. We got Mateo back here, man in the chat. We'll watch it, and if anybody gets that correct, what we'll do is we'll give them. We got some how stuff we
Swag,
can give it, just a little swag we
Sure.
can give away, and we'll throw them that way if they want to chat in, get that question answered.
So we are looking for. There are 3 teams. We know Davis is one of them. So you only have to name the second and third.
You only got to name 2. And no, I'm going to say, Boyd, you cannot chat in
and he also can't send that off to anyone else, right?
Yeah. So if you're best friends with Boyd,
and there is an email group that gets
That's
this
exactly
information.
right.
So
we're going to know if you get that.
Yes.
who gets that answer.
Yes, we're included in that. So one stat we will give you again. This is just trivia. This is fun for us to talk about. It's fun to talk about the Wolves tradition. But what it means tonight for these Davis Wolves playing the Coalgate Wildcats, probably not much. A little bit of history with this team, and we're going to try to, improve like we have every week. But I will give you this last bit of trivia here. Since 1944, the Davis Wolves have a record of 55 wins, 19 losses, and 1 tie when they play on senior night.
Another really good question is the last senior night loss. Who was that to? And again, I was a little surprised by this. I'll give this answer out. We're not looking for the trivia answer on this, but it happened in 2008. Last senior night loss for the Wolves, and it was actually to the Plainview Indians in 2008. So the Wolves are now out on the field. We've got Colgate out on the field. Colgate will receive the kick. Kick's going to go from north to south.
Colgate in their white uniforms with purple lettering, purple helmets, purple numbers.
The Wolves in their traditional red.
Yep, red hats, plain, nothing on it. I love it when newspapers and other teams try to put a logo or something on our helmets. Not how it works at Davis.
So Parker will kick off here. He's going to kick. That wind is going from north to south, so he's going to be kicking with the wind, it looks like. Tell you what, there's a lot of kids holding their hands, right? So it's usually a pretty good sign that it's cold out there and it's wet, and those hands are already getting cold. It's going to be, you see a lot of ball security is always important in weather like this. So back to kick for the Wolves, Dane Parker, number 10.
Boy, I'd like to see him punch it down there about the 5-yard line.
So Parker's kick is up. It's going to hit at about the 20-yard line. It's going to be fielded there. Makes the first guy miss. Gets up to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Tackle made there by number 15, Ty Burks. First man with a chance at him was number 22, Drew Parks.
Number 22, Gavin Blue. Stop made by 15, Ty Burks.
So Colgate's first offensive possession. I was a little surprised in warm-ups that they were lined up as often as they were in the shotgun, but they were predominantly in the shotgun, almost like a wing tee look. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, a single receiver to the near side. Quarterback is flanked on both sides in a wing tee looking offense. He's going to keep the ball. It's going to be a short gain that time. Played very well up front by the Wolves.
Yep, number 40, Cooper Webb, and also, again, that number 22, Drew Parks, flashing in there from that linebacker position.
So it's going to be marked down, no gain. Bring up 2nd and 10. Again, they tried to run the option there. Quarterback kept, just had nowhere to go and is brought down immediately. This time we've got trips formation to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Quarterback still in the shotgun formation. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback is able to make the initial man miss, but not much to gain right there.
Yep, Wolves defense doing a good job. Number 40, Cooper Webb, in on that tackle again. You got 72, Gavin Moore playing nose tackle. Justin Ross, right tackle, and Cooper Webb, left tackle.
So ball is now at the 33-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. So the Wolves looking to get off the field here on Colgate's first possession. We got 2 receivers to each side for the Wildcats. Wildcats still in the shotgun formation. Quarterback drops back to pass. Got a little pressure, is able to get the ball off. The receiver just slipped, though. He did have some pretty good room to make the catch. Slipped, unable to make the catch, and it's gonna be a turnover on downs. Again, that sloppy field's gonna be. Yeah. I don't know if I want to throw the ball downfield too often in this stuff.
Oh, not after last week. I tell you what, you put it up in the air enough times last week. Wolves took a couple to the house.
Yep. So Coalgate will punt. Punter lines up at the 20-yard line to kick. Back for the Wolves is going to be Parker. He's going to be lined up at about the 30-yard line. Dane Parker.
High snap.
High snap. He's able to get it off. Basically, it hit the ground and completely stuck. Didn't go anywhere. Ball's going to be it's going to turn over to the Wolves now at about the 45-yard line, 46-yard line. So Davis will have their first offensive possession at the 45.
First and 10 Wolves at the 45.
So Tate Ward will run the play in. Dulaney will be lined up under center. He's in the flexbone formation with Cooper Webb lined up directly behind him. Trey Parker goes into motion. Handoff goes to Webb. Webb has got room, and he's going to take that to the house. First play, unless he can get tripped up. Oh, I think I jinxed him there. He got ran down from behind on the long run, but gets the ball all the way down to around the 5-yard line. Nice job that time. About 50-yard run. And I mean, he was wide open. Huge running lane right there.
Yeah, it's good to see for that young man. He takes so much abuse there in the middle of the field. Guys hanging all over him.
You got to come back with it. Go back to him with the ball right now and let him pick up the touchdown, don't you, after that long run? And they do. This time it's kind of stacked up. So 1st and 5. It's going to be in the PT Central red zone for the first time this evening on the 50-yard first down run by the Wolves.
Number 40,
no gain on that play. He's going to bring up 2nd down from the 5-yard line.
I was just about to say, you might give that young man at least one play off to catch his breath after that run.
Yeah, it was a pretty long one. That field, if you look out there, it's already starting to get kind of sloppy out there. And again, we're just now in the first quarter, 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Dulaney looks to keep the ball this time. He's going to fall forward, and it's going to be, let's see if they mark it. It's going to be a touchdown this time for Dulaney on the 5-yard quarterback run.
3rd play of the game, right?
So, yep, the Mag Trailer scoring recap. That's three plays, 55-yard touchdown for the Wolves. 7-0 with 9:10 to go in the first quarter.
Wolves setting the tone early. Always nice to see.
So Dane Parker, number 10, back to kick the extra point.
Attempting the extra point, number 10, Dane Parker.
So Parker's kick is up. It is good.
Always got to praise the holder in these kind of conditions. That's number 11, Colin Delaney.
Yeah, he did a good job there because it was a little bit of a high snap. Good job putting the ball down, getting the ball up.
Yeah, in these conditions, even if it's a perfect snap, I mean, that's going to be.
So with 9:10 to go, the Wolves take a 7-0 lead. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to the How broadcast. We'll be back.
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
So 9:10 to go. The Wolves now lead 7-0 over the Colgate Wildcats after that 55-yard drive. 50 yards of it made on that first down play. Cooper Webb with the long runs, they are able to run him down, but not able to stop the Wolves from scoring 2 plays later. So Parker back to kick off. Again, kicking with the wind. Ball's up. It's going to come down around the 20-yard line. Nice roll that time. He's going to field it at the 15, go backwards, and again, he's going to lose yardage on that return.
I tell you what, Brad, that's exactly how that play is designed. That's exactly how it's drawn up, whether the ball makes it to the 20 or the 30. You pin them between the numbers and the sideline where you've got numbers, and good coverage that time by the Wolves.
So Colgate's going to take over now on their own 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, 9:04 to go in the first quarter. So we got 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, single receiver to the near side. Looking to throw the ball out of the backfield. He's hit immediately by the defense. That was number 8, which is Lathan Dickinson there.
Good job, young man.
Good job in coverage. Just threw to the, put a gentleman in motion out of the backfield, threw directly to him. Dickinson reads it perfectly and blows him up for a loss on the play.
Yep, didn't sit back and try to read the blocker. Definitely recognized that play and was in attack mode. Got past the blocker and into the play. Good job.
After the loss of 3, it's going to bring up 2nd and 13 from the 12-yard line. Quarterback looks to throw. Again, he's going to hand off to his one running back. There was nothing there again. That's going to either be no gain or another loss. So again, the Wolves are continuing off the good play last week. Defensively they really played well, especially the first half. That looks like that's going to continue, or it has up to this point.
Yeah, it looked like Colgate was running, to their strong side, opposite of our slant, and Justin Ross just cleaned it up on the backside.
So 3rd and 13 after that no gain. We got twin receivers to each side. Quarterback still in the shotgun formation. He is going to look to throw the ball. He's actually looking to throw a screen. He's got a little room to work there. But again, played that time by number 10, which I believe is Dane Parker. Yep. Again, played pretty well, is able to stop them short of the first down. They picked up positive yardage, just not enough of it. It's going to bring up 4th and about 6 yards, so it's going to bring up another punt for the Wildcats.
Well, when he first made that toss, I was counting jerseys, and I saw about 4 Colgate blockers and 2 Wolf defenders, and I tell you what, we had them outmanned.
So punt is up. It's against the wind. It's going to roll down to about the 47-yard line. So the Wolves are going to be on the Colgate side of the field at their 47.
Good field position again for the Wolves.
Davis' second offensive possession. The first one ended in a touchdown. We'll see if this one can also do that.
46-yard line. 1st and 10 Wolves from the Colgate 46.
So Dulaney back under center. This time he's got a full house wishbone lined up behind him. Tyler Tomlinson on the far side at it's going to be a quarterback keeper again. Quarterback keeper is going to go for a touchdown. This time I think I can say it, and he's going to make it. So, again, just went over the right side, the power side, same side Tomlinson was blocking down on. And I'll tell you what, he did not get touched. That's 2 times the same side where, Colgate's failed to almost touch him on both drives. So 6:59 to go. Again, it's going to be a one-play drive. Started at the 47-yard line, so the Mac Trailer scoring recap, 1 play, 47 yards, and again, it's a 13-0 with the extra point to come. Parker back to kick the extra point. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 6:59 to go, the Wolves now ahead 14-0.
Well, I tell you what, running behind that right side, our seniors are showing up tonight. That'd be senior Justin Ross, senior Greg Billy, senior 44, Tyler Tomlinson. And I was trying to see who was playing right guard. Could have been Isaiah Escabel. Could have been Levi Baxter. I'm not sure.
So 6:59 to go. The Wolves have had the ball all of 4 plays and lead 14-0. Again, 2 different series here have been quick touchdowns. The first one took First one was a 3-play drive. Second one was a single play drive. So again, we're 4 plays in now, and we've got 14 points on the board. So I don't know that you could ask more from the offense this early. Again, 6:59 to go in the first quarter. So Parker lines up to kick. He's going to kick from north to south. It's Dane Parker kicking.
Back deep for Colgate, 22, Gavin Blue.
So 22 and 15 back deep for Colgate. So Parker's kick is up. It's going to hit at about the 25-yard line. It's fielded in the air, and he's got some room to run. Wolves do a pretty good job of corralling him, but he caught that on the run, and he kind of almost outran the defense or the kick team there. He's able to get the ball down to around the 45-yard line. So good field position this time for Colgate.
Yep, the 45-yard line is where he ran into number 4, Tuff Hammonds, and number 9, Tucker Miller for the Wolves on the coverage team. But, yeah, he did a good job. He caught it on the run and found a little crease.
And I thought it had at least a risk of going a little bit further than it did. So wing T formation again, 2 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the right side. Little misdirection up to 24. 24 is met in the backfield by, that was number 65, Isaiah Escabel, and then also number 4, Tuff Hammonds there. Able to pick up some positive yardage, but not a lot, about 3 yards on that carry, 2 yards.
24, Joe Horn on the carry. Stop made by 65, Isaiah Escabel. Number 4, Tuff Hammonds.
So the ball is going to be 2nd and 7 now. Ball's going to be marked down at the 48-yard line. Two receivers to each side. Colgate remains in the shotgun formation. Colgate with the draw this time. Good job that time of Ross. Just kind of went over the top of it,
yeah,
but they still hit him
for
a nice loss. Ross makes the initial hit and miss. Who could you tell who the secondary player was who actually brought him down?
Maybe number 78, Greg Billy.
Yeah.
Justin Ross was, I think, a little bit surprised
I
even where he was at in the backfield. Exactly.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. So the ball's been moved all the way back to the 45 now. So 5:34 to go in the first quarter. Quarterback looks to throw the ball downfield. He's got a little bit of time. The ball is up in the air. It's just uncatchable over everybody's head, and that's going to bring up another 3 and out for Colgate, and Davis is going to get the ball back. So again, after some good yardage on first down, they kind of went backwards the next play, and then incomplete pass, and they're gonna punt from where the original line of scrimmage here. So they're going to punt from their own 45. Punter lines up at about the 35-yard line to kick.
With Davis's quick strike offense and Colgate throwing the ball, there is still 5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Okay, so the ball is up in the air. Parker with fair catch it. This is Trey Parker, number 20. He fair catches about the 31-yard line. So Davis's 3rd possession. This one from, let's see where they mark it. I believe it's going to be about the 31.
Correct.
Looks like maybe right at the 30. So we'll see if, first down 2 times now has been a 40-yard plus play. We'll see if their 3rd possession can be as successful. Again, full house wishbone behind Dulaney, who's under center. Dulaney this time, handoff goes to Parker. Parker is able to pick up about 6 yards, but I'll tell you what, they're lucky they got him there because there was a wide lane that time as well.
Again, the Wolves have found something on that right-hand side. We'll try to bring you all the linemen that are doing the job over there. Looks like 56. That's Levi Baxter.
So 6 yards on that carry. And, again, there was a lot of room to run there. So that right side, again, they're continuing to run behind Greg Billy and also, it looks like
Tyler Tomlinson.
Looks like I'm trying to see who the guard is there. Is that Levi Baxter?
Yes, that's correct.
So Dulaney back under center. This time they're going to go left. Dulaney is going to keep. He's got a lane. He's at the 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-15, 10-5, and he is going to score a touchdown. Nice run that time by Colin Dulaney. 64-yard touchdown run that time by Dulaney. Again, the Mag Trailer scoring recap. Again, that's going to be another two-play drive. 64-yard touchdown run is going to result in the 20-0 lead currently with the extra point coming.
Yeah, that's just, not playing fundamental football on Coalgate's part. You can't let Davis get to the outside like that.
So bad snap this time. Parker is able to get the kick up, but I'll tell you what, that's going to be no good. Again, bad snap, good job that time by Dulaney, just trying to get a spot down, and he pooched kind of pooted to kick the ball, just didn't get all of it.
Yeah, the ball just rolled back to Dulaney. Did a good job even just attempting to get it on the
So with 4:23 to go in the first quarter, the Wolves now lead 20-0. We will take a quick break. You're listening to the Hal broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. We'll be back.
I joined the Army National Guard for multiple reasons. The first being which that I've always believed that the state of Oklahoma and the United States of America are truly exceptional on the world stage. So I wanted to do something to give back to the country and the state that's been so good to me. So one day I asked myself, if not me, who? And if not now, when? So it was at that point I decided to enlist. And the second reason being, getting my education has always been very important to me. So after doing some studying, I found the Army National Guard's college benefits were far more competitive than anything else out there. So after graduating from the University of Oklahoma, I was able to leave my college career basically debt-free. Now that I work in recruiting, I get to see people's lives change for the better by the Army National Guard on a daily basis. And people enlist for different reasons. It could be the competitive college benefits we offer, it could be a part-time paycheck, the job training we offer, or even healthcare. But regardless of why someone enlists, the fact still remains that their part-time military service has served as a stepping stone to propel their future.
In the first quarter, Wolves currently leading 20-0, looking to kick off. Parker's kick this time is going to be fair caught at about 30-yard line. It bounces off. They're able to recover that fumble, but again, just kind of hit the guy in the chest and fell forward. They're lucky to get the ball back.
Yep, just kind of bounced right off the face mask, right down the front of the young man, and again, Colgate was able to get on it.
So Colgate has had 3 3-and-outs their first 3 drives. This is going to be their 4th drive of the first quarter. Again, this has been a long first quarter. They put the ball in the air a lot. So Colgate this time is going to see what we got here. We've got an official's timeout here. It looks like maybe
reset the play clock here.
So coming onto the field for the Wolves is going to be number 15, Ty Burks. So quarterback is going to run the option this time. The option, he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe falls forward for 1. I think it's going to be no gain on that. Ball is at the 34-yard line, their own 34. It's going to be no gains. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Brad, that timeout actually went to number 65, was sent off the field to be taped up. Looks like he had maybe a cut or something on his arm. So.
Okay, well, cool. Well, thank you with that sideline report there. Jones Jewelry sideline report, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. Colgate, 2 receivers each side of the field, quarterback in shotgun formation. He's going to look to throw the ball again, trying to get the ball downfield to number 7. The ball is underthrown. Almost picked off by Lathan Dickinson, and then almost caught by number 7
from Colgate. Yep.
We had that crazy play a couple weeks ago where our defense couldn't have played it any better. It comes off the defender. They catch it in the air and run it for a touchdown. That time, fortunately, it hit the young man and he dropped it.
Yeah, was that Lindsey that happened? I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So the ball is at the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. 3:34 to go in the first quarter. We've got 3 receivers to the near side of the field, single receiver to the far side. They are looking to throw a screen. The screen is overthrown and almost intercepted that time by number 10, Parker.
Dane Parker.
Again, he read that screen perfect. It went over the running back's head and almost went directly to Parker, just unable to come up with it. And that's going to be another 3-and-out for Colgate. So 4 possessions, 4 3-and-outs. Good job by the Davis defense.
And we're obviously seeing effects of the cold, wet conditions out there. because those, could have been some completions, maybe could have been some Oski interceptions for the Wolves.
This time with some pressure on the punt. The punt is it's a short punt. It's going to be fielded. Oh, that time it's fielded but dropped by Parker. It's recovered by Coalgate. Parker attempted to fair catch it, but it just kind of went through his hands. Rolls directly to the Colgate player. It's going to be Colgate ball after the fumbled punt.
Hey, Brad, I will say that was probably Colgate's best offensive play right there, actually.
Well, and this is going to be Colgate's first possession on the Davis side of the field. So the ball is at the 45-yard line, the Davis Wolf 45. Again, Colgate is going to run kind of that speed option. He is hit in the backfield. That's going to be a loss. Run the speed option to the three receiver side. Just not a whole lot there. Played very well that time up front.
Yeah, and my number 15, Ty Burks, coming in there like a bullet.
Yeah, he blew that play up before it could ever get going.
Yeah, he had Cooper Webb kind of on one side, and he had Ty Burks just zeroing in on him.
So loss of 1 on that carry. Ball's going to be moved to the 47-yard line, so they're going backwards.
I thought a few times originally on that play it was, maybe a design quarterback keep, but the way he was carrying the ball that time, it did look like he had an option to pitch. He just didn't have enough time to complete it.
Colgate still in that wing T look with 2 receivers to the near side. Bad snap, or the quarterback just is unable to come up with the ball, and it's going to be a loss again. Colgate is able to recover the bad snap, but again, quarterback, I don't know if he ever got that snap.
Kind of hit him in the hands and went straight to the ground. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Colgate, and there's still 2 minutes to go in this first quarter.
So the ball is back to the 48 now, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 17. So Colgate looking for their first down of the game.
We'll have another drawing as soon as we have another break.
Colgate with well, it looks like Colgate is going to take a timeout, and with that, we will also take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. We'll be back.
Call us first.
For loans.
For deposits.
For the best customer service.
Call us first.
We answer. First National Bank of Davis, a branch of Pauls Valley National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
So we are back. 1:48 to go in the first quarter. It's been all Davis early, 20-0. They currently lead. Colgate facing a 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 from the Wolves' 48-yard line.
It's been all Wolves tonight, offensively and defensively as well.
So this is the Colgate 5th offensive series, and we'll go over some offensive numbers here, kind of tell you just how well the defense is playing. But let's wait till after this play. Again, 3rd and long right here.
3rd down for Colgate at the 48.
So Colgate 3 receivers to one side. They are looking to go the opposite to the single receiver side. He's going to throw it into coverage, and it's going to be intercepted by number 1, I believe. 1 still up.
Jacob Gain.
Gain is up to gets all the way down to around the 40-yard line on the interception. So good job that time by the Wolves of a 3rd and long, getting the interception, kind of getting the field flipped.
Yep. Good job, number 1, Jacob Gain. He's a 5'8", 137-pound junior.
Hey, guys, we got a flag on the play, so that might be going the other way.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, they're talking to Colgate, so it's going to be against the Wolves, looks like.
See what they call here. Must be a roughing. Yeah, I would assume it's going to be a roughing the passer. I say that. Let's see what it is, I guess, before I make that call. So talking about and it is going to be a personal, looks like it is going to be a personal foul.
Yep.
And it is going to be roughing the passer, so it's going to be an automatic 1st down here.
That's the first down for them.
First down of the first down for Colgate.
Gained on penalty instead of
gained on a penalty. So the ball is now at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for Colgate. Colgate this time with the handoff to number 22. Number 22 with good run that time is able to pick up the 1st down. Gets all the way down to around the 29-yard line, so it'll bring up another first down. Again, that was probably the best-looking play so far, other than the penalty for Coalgate.
Yeah. Passing game opening up the running game for Colgate, maybe.
So the ball's going to be marked at the 24-yard line. I thought it was the 29, but I looked at that incorrectly. It is the 24-yard line. A little over a minute to go in the first quarter. Handoff goes to number 24, and he is hitting the backfield. The ball comes out. Again, it looked like he just kind of coughed the ball up there. Let's see.
I tell you what, I'm not sure if that was Gavin Moore or if that was Cooper Webb or if that was 71 that time's possibly Wyatt Fisher, but somebody there on that Wolves interior line just totally stuffed their lineman right back into the ball carrier.
So it's going to be a loss of 3 on that play. Ball's going to be moved back to the 27-yard line. Bring up about 2nd and 13. We got 2 receivers to each side for the Wildcats. Quarterback still is in the shotgun formation. Quarterback hands off to number 22, the upback. Upback's kind of able to squeeze through there. Another nice run by that young man.
22, blue.
Yeah, it's a little kind of a counter trap play coming to the backside, and they're able to block that one well.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 7 yards. Ball's going to be marked down at the 21-yard line. So we talked about that's the end of the first quarter, and it was a well-played Wolves first quarter, currently leading 20-0. We talked about Colgate's struggles. So the first drive, they were able to pick up only 3 yards. The second drive, they actually were only able to pick up 6 yards, so 9 yards through the first 2 drives. The third drive, they actually lost a yard, so now they're down to 8 yards. And then the next drive, they lost 3, so they had 5 yards of total offense going into this drive, and they've been able to get something going. The drive itself started
late
in
the first quarter.
Yeah, started at the 45-yard line, their own 45, so ball's currently at the Wolves' 21-yard line. Again, 15-yard penalty in there obviously helped, and then another first down run. But the beginning of the second quarter, it's currently 20-0 Wolves. Colgate, they are looking to kind of cut into that lead, currently at the Wolves' 21-yard line.
And Colgate's doing, they're calling some plays that with a little bit better execution, could have a little bit more success. The field conditions, the weather conditions are kind of.
I don't think it puts them in the best situation here.
And that's always kind of been my knock on the spread offense. When you're playing high school football on grass turf, in November and December, sometimes those big numbers that the spread offense, the shotgun, the RPO offenses put up in the good weather seem to dwindle in favor of the defenses here late in the season.
So Colgate back with 2 receivers each side, quarterback in the shotgun formation. Handoff goes to 22 again, the up-back. There's really nothing to go there on 3rd and 7. I know we've got a little bit of a celebration in the press box here. I know Todd Barnett, I think he's bought about $4 million worth of tickets. He was able to actually win one of the signed footballs this evening. So, if there's some celebration going on around us, you guys know what it is.
Well, that is a coveted prize any year for the Davis Wolves, the signed football.
I know it's always been a joke in the press box here about Todd and Shane and some of the other guys about how they've never won. So I'm fortunate to say I'm able to celebrate with them this evening. So Colgate to throw the ball.
Quarterback has time.
Tell you what, there's a hole.
Hold, yeah.
Cooper Webb is held down the field. It's incomplete anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious one.
Everybody here in the press box called that one. We're glad they did get it right on the field.
Yep. So we are definitely going to have a hold call here. It's going to bring up 4th and 6 if they decline the penalty. Let's see. What do you think they're going to do? Are they going to mark it off? It was declined, so it is going to be Wolves' ball, 1st and 10. I guess I don't know why you would decline that. That may have been the most foolish statement I've made this evening. But but the nights are still early, right?
Yeah, we got another 2.5 quarters to go here.
So here we go. The Wolves will take over. The ball is at the 20-yard line.
And again, I don't know how well you can see it on camera, folks, but it's
coming down.
Yep.
We're starting to see those big clumps of grass coming up on the field. Again, it's going to be a muddy mess by the end here.
Probably. We hope maybe not, but
So 11-12 to go in the second quarter. Dulaney back under center. He is going to hand off this time to the up back. Not a whole lot there on that one. That was number 22, Parks, with his first carry of the game.
I was going to say, probably, possibly, the last game we're going to play here at home in Wolffield, but you never know. If we get on a run in the playoffs, maybe we'll be able to get one back here before it goes into the neutral field.
Yep, or it depends on who wins too. You know, when you're in the playoffs, that second game is always could always be depending on who's the higher seeded team remaining. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 after that 2-yard run by Parks. Ball is at the 22-yard line. So Dulaney back under center, wishbone formation. Dulaney this time is going to keep. There's a hole. He's able to get past. He's at the 30, at the 40, at the 45. Gets all the way down to the 50 on that run. Nice job of that time by Dulaney being patient, letting his block set up, and is able to get the ball down to midfield. Again, a nice 28-yard run.
Yeah, Colin Delaney is having a breakout night here.
So it's now going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolves at the 49, 50-yard line.
I mean, I haven't totaled it up, but Colin Delaney may be pushing, that 100-yard mark in rushing.
He's had several long runs. I would bet he's in that 70 to 80 range already. Dulaney this time hands off to Talafero. Talafero kind of bottled up there, able to kind of fall forward, but it's going to be for a short gain.
Stop made by 34, Brent Johnson.
Ball's going to be marked at the 48-yard line, so it's going to be a 2nd and 8.
Brad, I think we looked a little while ago, and we've got over 100 viewers on the live stream, so surely out of those 100 viewers, a couple of you can give me a guess on the other two teams that are in that. The
300, 400, 600 club, right?
That's right.
Like I said, if you know who's who in high school football in Oklahoma, you got a good shot at it. Both current and former.
Illegal procedure against the Wolves. 5-yard penalty.
So 5-yard penalty that time by the Wolves for illegal motion. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13 now. Ball's going to be moved back to the Wolf side of the field at the 47-yard line. 9:16 to go in the first half.
2nd and 13 for the Wolves, 47.
Again, Wolves currently leading 20-0. So Dulaney back under center, this time with the flexbone formation. Dulaney looking to pass. He is open to Talafero. Talafero is going to score a touchdown on that nice fake. Talafero able to come out of his backfield. Long 53-yard touchdown pass by Colin Dulaney.
Good protection, good execution.
So 8:46 to go. Wolves are able to build on that lead. Currently 26-0 with the extra point to come. Wolves now kicking into the wind.
Hey, Brad, I just want to apologize for my camera angle on that one. I got caught up looking at the fake there. I was sucked in on the
Hey, it happens.
And then I look up and the ball was going deep. So.
Hey, it happens. We understand you're a rookie camera operator over there.
This is true. This is true.
So the Wolves line up to go for 2 here. Dulaney with the handoff to Parker. It looks like that's going to be snuffed.
Yeah, got to follow your blocks. That play's designed to go out a little bit wider.
So with 8:46 to go, the score is now 26-0. You're listening to the Howl broadcast. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Looking for a veterinarian to care for both your small and large animals? Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health. My staff and I are committed to providing the most up-to-date preventative health care for your pets. We are one of the few veterinary practices in southern Oklahoma that is fully equipped to handle all of your livestock needs to help you achieve the greatest profitability for your livestock. We also do inside boarding for your pets with weekend drop-offs and dismissals. Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health in Davis.
So we are back. The Wolves will kick off. They're kicking from the south to the north here. So it's been 4 offensive possessions for the Wolves, and that's 4 touchdowns. So you can't get any better than that. So 26-0, the Wolves currently lead.
Boy, I tell you what, Brad, to being a Wolf faithful fan tonight, you're getting rewarded.
You're getting to see some offensive explosions.
Well, that,
and
defense,
right?
we're talking about the giveaways
the
here.
Artesian,
some of our
yeah.
sponsors, yeah.
I thought for a minute that they might have called my name, but I don't know. We're gonna find out.
They were giving away for the raffle that they raffle every week. Tonight they were giving away a 2-night stay at the Artesian Hotel. And
well, thank you, Chickasaw Nation, for donating that to the raffle.
Yeah, I'm not sure, if they did that or if one of the Wolf sponsors possibly purchased that giveaway.
Short kick that time, kind of caught the wind. The ball's going to come down at about the 38-yard line. Fair caught that time by Colgate. So Colgate will have the ball at the again, I'd say about the 38. This will be Colgate's 7th offensive series of the first half. So Colgate's really struggled to kind of get a lot going. They were able to get a little bit more going in that last series prior to throwing the interception on 4th down. 8:46 to go. Wolves currently leading 26-0. Colgate with three receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Quarterback still in the shotgun formation with the tailback lined up next to him. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback that time is able to fall forward for a couple, not a whole lot there. Justin Ross, Parks, and then also Parker were all 3 in on that play.
22 blue.
Going to be a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the 41-yard line. We got 2 receivers to each side for the Wildcats. Wildcats in the shotgun formation. Fake the handoff to the running back. Quarterback's going to keep. He's going to be met in the backfield that time by Ty Burks. Great job that time of Burks sniffing out that play and dropping him for a loss.
Again, I always like it when the Wolves linebackers are aggressive and are making plays on the Colgate side of the offensive line.
Looked like he knew what that play was. You could tell that young man had watched a lot of film, and he knew exactly where he was going to go with it. And that's going to bring up a loss. Ball's going to be now at 3rd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, guys, I want to chime in. So just for a quick second, somebody has actually texted and said that they do know the answer. The problem is that person happens to be Mr. Boyd Fulton.
Oh, well, we'll let him guess if no one else does, because I think he knows who it is. That time a sack by I believe that's number 50, Justin Ross. Both Cooper Webb and Ross, the 2 seniors in there, and then also Parker, another senior. All 3 of those young men drop him for a loss that time. So another 3 and out for Colgate. It's going to give the ball back to the Wolves. Wolves looking to produce another touchdown. They are going to punt from their own 20-yard line. Low snap. The punter's able to get away the punt with the wind. It's going to roll down to around the Davis 30-yard line. So Davis will take over at their own 30. Again, this will be their 5th offensive possession. The first 4 resulted in touchdowns. We'll see if this one does as well. Again, 6:48 to go before halftime. Wolves currently leading 26-0.
Wolves have a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 81 Tate Ward runs the play in for the Wolves. So Dulaney will be back under center. Full house Wishbone behind him. Cooper Webb at fullback. Both Parkers at tailback. Handoff goes to Cooper Webb. Picks up a couple there, but that was tough sledding there. Just really nothing could get going on that one. It's going to be a short gain.
Gain of a yard out to the 31.
So it's going to be a gain of 1. The ball is now at the 31-yard line, so 2nd and 9. So that clock continues to tick. About 6 minutes to go before halftime. Dulaney under center, flexbone formation. Parker goes into motion. Quarterback is going to keep. Makes the first man miss. He's still running. He's dragging a couple defenders with him. Good job that time of Dulaney of running through the arm tackle and then basically dragging two other defenders down the field. He gets down to around the 44-yard line. Now he's on the Colgate side of the field. Be 1st and 10. Again, Colin Dulaney with the heck of a first half. Probably if he has not hit 100 yards now, he's closely approaching it. A little over 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go before halftime. Wolves looking to kind of let this last 5 minutes run off the clock and put some more points on the board. Dulaney hands off to Parker. Parker with a lane. He's got gets the ball up past a first down. Picks up about 11 on that play.
Stop made by 34.
Ball's marked down at the 34-yard line. Actually, they are going to mark it short of the first down, so it's going to be a 2nd and about 1.
Gain of 9 yards to the Colgate 35-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Pretty big game in 2A tonight. Number 3, Vian versus number 4, Holland Hall. Vian is leading that one at halftime, 21-16.
And again, that what we were talking about earlier, if you didn't hear, is that this year with Davis moving to District 8, 2A8, they will be matched up in the first round of the playoffs against District 7. And then the second round of the playoffs will be usually the number 1 team out of that district or the 4th place team from the other district.
Yeah.
So Dulaney back under center. He looks to throw the ball. He's going to put the ball in the air down the field to 31. Ball was intended for McGahey. It's incomplete. A little bit underthrown there. He had to throw that one. Looks like the wind has kind of died off, but he's still throwing that into the wind to some degree. If nothing else, he's throwing it into that downpour of rain.
Yeah.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1, still at the 35-yard line. About clock stopped at 4:33 to go. Dulaney back under center. This time they're going to be lined up in the traditional full house wishbone. Dulaney's going to keep, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Another score in our district. Lindsay leads Comanche currently 14-7.
Hey, that's a good game. Again, that could impact positioning both for the Wolves and for Lindsay if Comanche was able to kind of come out with that game. Ball's now at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Dulaney this time is going to hand off to number 8, Lathan Dickinson. Dickinson picks up some positive yardage, picks up about, well, I'd say about 6 yards on that play.
Well, I know it's cold and wet out there, but with this open window that we're filming through, you can hear some pads popping tonight.
Yep. So it's going to be a 2nd and 4. Ball's at the 27-yard line. Wolves looking to build off their lead right before halftime. Dulaney back under center, flexbone formation. The Wolves are going to take a quick timeout. So with that timeout, we will both take a timeout. So you're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. We'll be back.
Sooner Pharmacy provides a variety of healthcare services. We accept e-prescriptions and we also offer delivery services. Sooner Pharmacy is handicap accessible. Sooner Pharmacy is located at 705 East Main Street inside Sooner Foods.
So we are back, 3:22 to go before halftime. Wolves currently leading 26-0, and they are driving.
Justin Smith. Congratulations to both. Thank you for supporting the Wolves.
So Dulaney back under center. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Ball's at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 4.
Lathan Dickinson in motion. Quarterback is going to keep. It's going to be short of the first down.
Colin Delaney.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Brent Johnson.
So ball's going to be spotted at the 26-yard line, so it's going to be gain of 1 on that run by Dulaney. Bring up 3rd and 3.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
So Dulaney back under center. Dulaney this time is going to fake the handoff to Parks. He's running the option, pitches out to Parker on the edge. Parker's able to pick up the first down and some. It's going to come down about the 10-yard line.
Yep, number 10 down on the 10, but there is laundry on the field.
We do have a flag down. Looks like they are going to call holding is the motion that they were giving. Let's see if that's what they called. They are backing up the Wolves. It is a holding call, so that long first down run is going to be called back.
Stop the clock.
So 2:18 to go before halftime. It's going to be third and about 12 yards. Ball's going to be moved all the way back to the 33-yard line. So McGahey and Mann both come in at receiver.
3rd and 11.
So again, flexbone formation. Cooper Webb at fullback. Fake goes to Webb. It's a fake goes to Webb. They pitch the ball back to the man in motion, who is Dickinson, or excuse me, McGahey. McGahey is unable to come up with the
Wolves
the pitch.
Looking for a little bit of a reverse action there.
Yeah, it looked like there was some room to run. He's just unable to connect there, and it's going to be it's going to bring up a 4th and 20. So it looks like Colgate is going to be successful on getting off the field on this this series. It'll be the first time Davis has failed to score. So, again, a little under minute 24 to go before halftime. Wolves currently leading 26-0.
From the 44.
Parker with the kick.
Punting is number 10, Dane Parker.
Ball's going to come down, just kind of die where it hits there at about the 27-yard line. So Colgate will take over at their 28-yard line. I guess where they're going to mark it. They're going to come start at their own 28 with 1:11 to go. So Bobby or Jared, have we had anybody with the win the trivia? Other than Boyd, and Boyd is he might have started the trivia, so I don't know if he can win.
I think we've had I've seen one guess, possibly a Carl Albert. That is not correct.
Carl Albert's wrong. So bad snap that time.
Possibly I've had people say Thomas is one of those small schools that you might sometimes think might be in there.
Also incorrect.
Yep, also incorrect. So you guys keep guessing.
Ball on that bad snap is going to come all the way back to the 19-yard line. So, again, the question is, what 3 teams, Davis is one of them, have 300 district wins, 400 wins since 1975, and then 600 wins overall since
1944, which is the first year of the playoffs.
Quarterback's going to keep. He's going to be brought down for a sack, so this drive went nowhere but backwards for Colgate.
I'll give you a little bit of 3A trivia right now, Brad. We've got number 3, Plainview, leading Lone Grove. I guess that's kind of their Sulphur Davis version there. Plainview leading Lone Grove 7-6.
Wow, that sounds like a heck of a game.
And then we've also got one for you here that I'm glad to bring you. Number 10, Marlowe, playing the Sulphur Bulldogs. Number 10, Marlowe, is currently leading Sulphur 10-6 at halftime.
And there is there's a Davis connection there, because obviously Marlowe is coached by Matt Weber, who is a Davis graduate and also a
Former state champ quarterback for the Davis Wolves.
Davis, also the son of Joe Weber and the brother of Jody Weber.
Hey, so I just got a text that we do have a correct answer for the guest on the live stream, so the trivia. I don't know if we want to go ahead and give it to him or not. It is our superintendent, Mr. Mark Mooring.
Hey, I know he's on the list because I got him added to the list. So he is correct, though.
Don't know that we want to give that to him because he is on the list, so he, again, gets the information just like we do, I think. But
so 24 seconds to go. 3rd and 23. Again, Wolves currently leading 26-0. But I'll give everybody out there a hint. Mr. Mooring would know one of those teams very closely, in addition to Davis.
Yes, he would.
We're going to throw out some more incorrect guesses here.
So here we go. Another pass attempt there on 3rd and 23 is going to be no good. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 23. Again, 19 seconds left, so we may get a return here.
Teams like Tulsa Cassia Hall, no. Heritage Hall, no.
I think
Douglas, Tulsa, Washington, no.
It is a large school that everybody in the state of Oklahoma should know.
Two large schools.
Yeah,
two large schools.
Yeah.
One larger than the other. So here's the punt. Good punt that time. It's going to no one back to receive it. Nice roll at the end. So, again, ball comes all the way down to the 40-yard line with 11 seconds to go before halftime. The Wolves currently leading 26-0. It's going to be 1st and 10. The Wolves from their own 40.
11 seconds left in the first half.
So we'll see if the Wolves want to put one up in the air or if they're just happy to take a knee and go into halftime. So some of the hints we've gave you, if you're interested, there are two schools, one larger than the other. Mr. Mooring is very familiar with one of the two.
Close ties, yes.
So that should help. So I've had Jared Morris, our producer, in here. He's guessing too, but I don't think he counts either. So Dulaney is going to throw the ball up. He is dropped for a sack. He was waiting, kind of a slow-developing play there. We are going to go into halftime. Currently, the Wolves leading 26-0 at halftime. So do we give out the answer at this point?
I think we let them stew over halftime, and whenever we come back out right before the second half kickoff, we'll give this one out.
I think we give everybody the chance at halftime to maybe chime in and put some guesses out there just to get a little bit of swag.
Yeah, trying to Google the answers, call your uncle,
so
ask your brother, whatever you got to do.
I will give another hint for the group that's out there. Again, we've gave you that one of them, Mark Mooring, is very familiar with, in addition to Davis. The other hint that I'll give you is that the other school is larger, and it may be from the east part of the state. Yeah. I'll give you that as well. So, with that, we'll take a quick halftime break. 19 minutes and 30 seconds to go. It's been all Wolves in the first half. We'll be back.
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
All right, so I'm going to jump back in here real quick and just go out there and say that Angela Baker just came back in and got it all correct. We had a couple of guesses that were 50% correct. Dakota Coberly, I know you came in as 50% correct. Alyssa Heffley, you sent me a message. Y'all were 50% correct. But Angela Baker coming in with a 100% correct answer with Clinton and Jinx. So good job on that trivia. Angela, we'll get with you and get you some free house swag. So we'll see you in the second half.
I joined the Army National Guard for multiple reasons. The first being which that I've always believed that the state of Oklahoma and
I'm going to go run the rest. I'll be back.
Not a big line. Not a big line. So did the girl say it on the chat, or she just?
She said it on the live. On the live.
On the live. So we've told the people in America.
Let's take it.
what we need to do is you need to tell Blake that when he comes back up to the week, just make something up, just a jacket. He's already so what's Blake even doing? Is the real question of the day. What's even social media? Oh, social media and everything. I'm stopping at the random weirdo to walk out on the field and game to watch you play.
Like a roadie?
Yeah, he just, I mean, he's out there. Can I get your equipment before I run?
Yep, like we said, the Wolf faithful that showed up tonight in their rain gear and long underwear and umbrellas undone and everything are getting rewarded with a little bit of Wolves offense and along with giveaways by our sponsors.
So we got to talk about Angela Baker. Angela Baker, you're out there. She has been watching the YouTube live stream, and she was the lucky winner to actually name the 300, 400, 600 club. Again, there's 3 teams, 300, 400, and 600. Davis would be one of them.
Yep.
And the second one, I thought we gave a pretty good hint when we said Mark Mooring was very familiar with them because Mark was the principal, I believe, before coming to Davis at this school, and that'd be the Clinton Red Tornadoes.
Yep.
The third one,
the Tornado Bowl.
Tornado Bowl. That's right. Yep. Third one is if you have been following 6A football for any period of time, you know this team. And again, although recently it's been Union, this team was the pretty much dominated the 90s and 2000s. That'd be the Jinx Trojans.
That's
would be
correct.
the third one. So Clinton,
and again,
Jinx,
we had
and
some
Davis.
people maybe texting in to some of the Howell group, but it was first one on the live stream to
That's
get
exactly
it in the live
right.
stream
So
chat. So
we'll see maybe next week. Boyd, if you're out there listening, maybe we can come up with some trivia for next week. I've kind of enjoyed just listening to the guests. There's been a lot of people that have guessed, got 2 of the 3. They just couldn't get all 3. And again, Angela, if you are on the email distribution, we don't know that, so congratulations.
I think that's really
I'll have
good.
to double check, make sure that's.
I think it's really good that we did that and kind of made it a little bit trivia thing and going to give away a little swag. We may try to come up with something where we start doing that quite a bit more often.
Yeah, get some stuff from the Wolf Boosters or from the cheerleaders or whoever.
So another big score here, just to keep everybody up to date, one that impacts the Murray County. In the fourth quarter, Marlowe currently leading Sulphur 19-6. Again, that's Matt Weber's Marlowe Outlaws. I almost went blank there for a minute. I know you and I have done it before. See if we could name all of the teams in 2A and 3A. I almost forgot that one. Yeah. So again, they've got 1 minute and 20 seconds to go before halftime. They put a couple more minutes on the clock. Both teams are out warming up. The Wolves will get the ball to start the second half. They currently lead 26-0. So in other Davis news, I know that the Wolves did get some good news this week. I know that Cole Martin, he was back running this week after the injury earlier this year. So again, I'm glad to see that young man getting to kind of get out there and be with his teammates and potentially, still potentially maybe make it back before the end of the season. Again,
credit Brett Jameson and his staff there. They always do a good job with the Davis Wolves student athletes that unfortunately, have sports injuries.
Hey, Brad, I do want to kind of throw it out here real quick while we got a few seconds. So everybody needs to really watch the Wolf Facebook and social media because we do have a rather large potential fundraiser coming down the pipelines that I can't give a lot of details about until we get it out there. But everybody needs to watch it and pay attention to it. Because it may be coming down the pipeline, and I'm working to get it done. So everybody needs to stay up with us and really.
Cool. The more followers, the better, right?
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Well, I follow the group, and I hope other people do as well. There's always a lot of great stuff on the Howell group online. If you guys don't follow them, they post throughout the games. They put some cool videos out there. I know. Today, I know they were filming the kind of the drum off there at halftime between both Colgate and the Wolves, and then kind of after that the drum ensemble there for Davis just kind of played a little concert there for the Davis faithful.
And I noticed they did that. I don't know if it was planned after the Davis-Dixon game or if it was just kind of a spontaneous thing, but obviously tonight it looks like something they're going to continue with instead of having the full marching band out there in weather like this and just to have the two drum
it
corps
was cool
because
they had all the drums kind of covered, so it's always amazing watching those guys just going to town out there. When you can't even see what you're hitting.
Yeah, we're talking about the football players, and the cheerleaders out there having cold hands. We can't forget about the band people as well.
So that's exactly right. So the Wolves are onto the field here to receive this second half kickoff. Back deep for the Wolves is Talifero. Next two up would be Mann and McGahey.
Deep man for the Wolves, number 7, Toby Talifero.
So Colgate here with the second half kickoff. They come out in kind of a bunch formation here. It's a short squib kick. It's immediately recovered that time by the up man. That was 8, Lathan Dickinson there. Immediately kind of recovers that short squib kick.
I think that was 9.
Was it 9?
Yeah, I think that was 9.
It was 9. You're right. I believe that's Miller, if I'm not mistaken.
Got to give credit where credit's due.
That's right. Sorry about that, Mr. Miller. So you have your name out there now. So the Wolves will take over. The ball's going to be spotted at their 47-yard line. So Wolves' first possession of the second half. So Dulaney back under center, this time flex bone formation. Parker goes into motion. Looks like we've got both the offense and defense jumped here. Let's see who they called it on. So they are going to call it on the defense. So that's going to be offside. So it'll be 1st and 5 now. The ball's going to be moved over to the Colgate side of the field.
Into Colgate territory.
So 1st and 5 now at the 47-yard line.
Remains first down, 1st and 5 from the 47.
So Dulaney back under center. This time Parker goes into motion. Handoff goes to the up back, which is Cooper Webb at fullback. He's able to kind of get a little bit of momentum there, picks up some good yardage.
Number 40, Cooper Webb. 56.
So Webb on the carry is going to bring up about 2nd and 1 now.
Gain of 4 yards.
So 4 yards on the carry.
43.
Ball's now at the 43-yard line. McGahey split wide for the Wolves. Parker goes into motion. Fake goes to Webb this time. There's a pitch out on the edge, and it goes to the motion man, Parker. We've got a flag down along the line of the scrimmage there.
There's a flag down on the play. Number 10, Dane Parker.
Dane Parker is able to pick up the first down, but let's see what this flag is.
Inside the Colgate 30-yard line.
It is holding against the Wolves, so it's going to be moved back. So after the holding call, it's going to bring up 2nd down. Replay a 2nd down.
Almost to the 50-yard line.
Ball's going to be spotted about the 49-yard line.
Remains 2nd down.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 49. Parker in motion. Quick pitch outside to Parker. Parker's got some room to work. Gets up past the first down stick there. Good job that time of picking up the first down.
Trey Parker on the carry.
They may mark him just short of that first down. Again, they're gonna do a measurement here. Officials timeout. It is going to bring up a 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and about a foot. Again, 10:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Wolves currently leading 26-0. This is their first possession of the second half. Been kind of a disjointed penalty field first drive here.
Brings up 3rd down, 3rd and short. From the
So flex bone formation. Parker in motion. Fakes in motion, actually comes back to his original position. Handoff goes to Cooper Webb there. Webb is, see where they spot him. It looks like he picked up the first down. It is going to be a 1st and 10. Ball's going to be marked down at about the 42-yard line.
Webb carries for about a yard. Picks up a first down for the Wolves, 1st and 10.
So Webb that time on the carry needed 1 yard, picks up 1 yard, and we've got a first down.
Colgate 42-yard line.
Again, that rain continues to fall. Full house wishbone. This time it's a fake to Webb. Dulaney's going to keep it. Again, Dulaney's got some running room again. He is off to the races. He is at the 10 up. Able to get pushed out of bounds before he gets in the end zone. But again, another nice long run by Dulaney.
And
we got another flag on
I got another flag down. Let's see what we got here on this one.
They signal for holding right there, Brad.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, they did.
So again, another nice lane that time by Dulaney. He's just able to nice run, but it's going to be negated by the penalty.
Holding against the Wolves, 10-yard penalty from the spot.
So 10-yard penalty from the spot here. $9:50 to go in the third quarter. Wolves currently leading 26-0.
Spot of that foul was a little bit further downfield. Makes me think it may have been, coming from that wide receiver position.
So 1st and 5. Handoff goes to Webb. Webb had a little bit more room to work that time. Nice run.
Stop made by 34.
Looks like they're going to mark him a little bit short of the first down. But it's going to be close. It's going to bring up second about 1 yard. Ball is at the 32-yard line.
Brad, we got to give a lot of credit to those Colgate players. They hadn't had a lot of success this season, and they're out here in this weather and these conditions, and those guys are lining up and tackling Cooper Webb,
That's exactly right. That's not easy to do. Dulaney's going to pitch out on the edge. Number one. One is going to go.
Run.
He had
Get
a nice
there.
run.
Get there. Don't let him take you down by a jersey. Come on.
Got Jacob Gaines that time on the run. It gets all the way down to about the 3 to 4 yard line. Again, nice run from the 32 all the way. Going to mark him at the 4. So a 28-yard run that time by Jacob Gaines.
Yeah, Jacob actually got that into that game because Parker had to come out there. He got poked in the eye or something. Looks like he's actually going back into the game right now.
So 8:35 to go. The Wolves within the PT Central red zone.
Hey, Jacob Gaines making the most of his opportunities. He got the interception on defense and then that nice run there on offense.
Dulaney this time is going to hand up, fakes the handoff to Parks, able to fall forward here, and that's a touchdown. Again, 4-yard touchdown run by Colin Dulaney.
Around the right side, quarterback 11, Colin Dulaney.
So 7-play drive, Mac Trailer scoring recap, 7-play drive there for 53 yards, 4-yard touchdown run by Colin Dulaney is the final nail in that coffin. Again, 8:17 to go. Wolves lined up to kick the extra point.
Number 10, Dane Parker.
Dane Parker's kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 8:17 to go, the Wolves extend the lead now to 33-0. With that, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Howells broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. We'll be back. So here we go, 8:17 to go in the third quarter. Wolves are able to take their first possession of the second half, punch in a touchdown. They currently now lead 33-0, and they're will set to kick off. This will be Colgate's first possession of the second half. Lots of possessions in this game.
I know, and I kind of thought it'd be a little bit of the opposite. I thought both teams would be kind of playing conservatively, you know, rushing the football, not wanting to put the ball up in the air. But Colgate, with that, you know, air attack that they stayed with, you know, were kind of, you know, trying to execute their game plan. You know, that's what it was, and it gave Davis more possessions, and we were able to capitalize.
So Parker to kick. Parker's kick is up in the air. It's going to come down at about the 25-yard line, caught in the air. Parks that time kind of lowers the shoulder. He kind of bounced off. The running back kind of bounced off him there, but he's brought down. It looks like Isaiah Escobel is finally the one kind of finishes him off.
Several Wolves there. Some of them kind of some friendly fire going on, I think.
Yeah, I think we hit ourselves as much as we hit the ball carrier that time. So, again, 8:05 to go in the third quarter.
Stop for the Wolves, number 65.
Still got most of your starters out there for the Wolves. Again, this is going to be Colgate's first possession of the second half. Colgate with 3 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side, quarterback in the shotgun formation. Going to run the speed option here. The pitch goes out on the edge, makes the first guy miss, but loses his footing. And he's only able to get back to the line of scrimmage that time. So Colgate with no gain on that. They're at their about their 36-yard line.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the 36.
See number 5, Jake Britt, checks in at linebacker for the Wolves.
So Colgate with 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Look to put the ball in the air. Waiting for his man to break open. There's a lot of pressure up front. Put that ball almost directly in Britt's.
We're going to get offensive pass interference, I think, there.
Britt, I'll tell you what, he had a nice play on that ball.
I was watching him the whole time. He attacked the back that was going to, you know, get the little wide receiver screen out there. Attacked that play initially. Quarterback looked away, came back to it, and he was in perfect position to make that interception if he hadn't gotten interfered with.
Yeah, and it definitely was offensive pass interference here. Wait for the call. That is the call, so it's going to move. It's going to move Colgate back 15 yards.
We're going to decline that.
It was declined. So again, still going to be 2nd and 10 here, or 3rd and 10.
Third down. 3rd and 10.
Again, played very well by Britt that time in coverage.
Got number 66, Marshall Bowling, in at nose tackle.
So 2 receivers to each side for Colgate. Again, we've got a whistle. Let's see what the whistle is here.
I think the ball was not spotted well.
Looks like they're going to respot the ball. Again, 3rd and 10, so ball still at their 36-yard line. Quarterback drops back to pass. It's going to be a screen pass. That time played very well by Parker. Again, it's going to be a gain of 1. Again, they read that screen the whole way.
Yeah, that's kind of designed, you know, to let those defensive linemen filter in there, but they were in there so quick. I don't think it had time to develop.
Yeah. So gain of 1 on that play. It's going to bring up 4th and 9.
Gain of a yard on the pass.
So it's going to bring up another 3 and out for Colgate. That time only one yard on the series. Punt is up. It's a low kick. It hits the ground. As soon as it hits the ground, it kind of sticks there again. So the ball is going to be now. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves at the Colgate 35-yard, or excuse me, the Davis 35-yard line. Davis' second possession of the second half, or excuse me, second possession of the second half. Too many twos there. That one threw me off for a second. So Ty Burks and Tate Ward both run the play onto the field.
They will see a couple of new jerseys out there. One's number 73, Christian Greenlee for the Wolves.
1st and 10 for the 35.
Dulaney this time is going to hand off to 10. Parker with some room to run. Makes the first guy miss. He's at the 45-yard line, gets all the way down to the 45.
Well, I tell you what, that was a good job. I was watching that play, and he followed right behind senior number 73, Christian Greenlee, threw a key block that time to spring Parker on that run.
Nice 20-yard gain that time by Parker.
Hey guys, I think Colgate kind of got lucky on that one. He went to make a cutback to go back outside and slipped on that muddy field.
Yeah.
You know, that rain's still coming down out there.
So Marlowe pulling away from Sulphur in a big 3A game, now 26-6.
About 6 minutes to go in that game.
Dulaney hands off to, this time, the other Parker, Trey Parker. Pickup of about 5 on that second down play.
Again, and I want to
First
highlight
down play.
another senior lineman on that play. Number 66, Marshall Boulding, had his man squared off and was totally 100% dominating him at the line of scrimmage. Again, good job by another Davis senior there here on senior night.
So 2nd and 6 now, the ball on the Colgate 41-yard line.
Gain of 4 on the previous play, 2nd and 6 for the 41.
So Dulaney still in at quarterback. Dulaney this time with the handoff to number 10, Dane Parker. Dane Parker is dragging one defender. He's got another one, but is able to get close to the first down, and he does pick up a first down.
Sam Kingston to the 31.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. Another 1st and 10 for the Wolves. This is the Wolves' third first down of this drive.
And it's another Wolves. First down.
Brad, I want to run through our list of seniors here tonight on senior night and want to tell them thank you for their effort and their parents and everything they've brought to this program over the last, 4 years, if not longer, for most of these kids. We're just going to start rattling them off right here as you continue to watch the ball game. Number 3, Cole Martin, senior. Number 6, Diego Moore. Number 7, Toby Talaferro. Number 10, Dane Parker. Number 13, Zach Mann. Number 20, Trey Parker. Number 40, Cooper Webb. Number 44, Tyler Tomlinson. Number 50, Justin Ross. Number 65, Isaiah Escabel. Number 66, Marshall Boulding. Number 73, Christian Greenlee. Number 78, Greg Billy. And number 81, Tate Ward.
So Dulaney this time is going to keep on the quarterback option.
11, Delaney around the right side.
Nice pickup that time by Dulaney. Another nice run.
Yeah, following another big senior there, number 78, Greg Billy, doing his job up front.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. The ball is at the 23-yard line.
Inside the 25-yard line to the 24. Brings up 3rd down.
So a very efficient game for the Wolves offense tonight. Only had the one possession in the first half that didn't result in a touchdown, and so far everything in the second half has been, this is their second possession, but the first one was a touchdown. Handoff this time, it goes to, I believe that was Dane Parker. Let's see. It was Dane Parker. I think he's going to be short on that, but it's going to be pretty close depending on the spot here.
34 Johnson, 24 Horn.
So it is going to be, they're going to measure it here. It looks like it is right at the stick. So again, that was it's either going to be a first down or it's going to be 4th and very short.
Yeah, if it's short, you got to line up behind those senior linemen we've been talking about all night and just go quarterback sneak there with your junior quarterback.
So 2:37 to go in the third quarter. It's been all Wolves, 33-0 currently. And again, they are driving. This is their second possession of the second half. First one resulted in a touchdown.
That'd be right behind number 50, Justin Ross. Number 65, Isaiah Escabel. Number 73, Christian Greenlee.
Yep.
They just called it a first down, guys.
Oh,
so for first down here, so the Wolves again continuing to drive on this series.
66, Marshall Boulding, and 78, Greg Billy.
Looks like we do have some other substitutions. Tough Hammonds now in at quarterback.
'88 Taylor Lawrence bringing in a play to Tough.
Also out there, number 5 for
Jake
the Wolves,
Britt.
which is Jake Britt in at tailback. Parks in at the other tailback or fullback. Let's see what the formation is here. It is going to be a full house wishbone. Again, Hammonds at quarterback. Hammonds this time is going to keep. He's got some room
Get
to
to the
run.
end zone, young man.
Good run that time by Hammonds. That was kind of explosive, wasn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what, they were about to, get a delay of game penalty is what the rush was. We got some guys in there just kind of getting caught up to the speed of the game here, and Tough about made a breakthrough there.
So 1st and 10 now. The ball is in the PT Central red zone at the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and goal. Again, Hammonds in at quarterback now.
Saw number 34, Justin Eidelman, in the game as well.
I liked what I saw from Hammonds there, though. He had a little juice, didn't he?
Yep. Number 83, Adrian Hernandez in the ball game at wide receiver, split far right for Davis.
So Hammonds back under quarterback, or under center. Handoff is going to go to number 5. Again, that's Jake Britt. Britt just didn't have a lot of room to run.
No,
there.
he ran into a whole lot of number 77
He
for
sure did.
Colgate.
77 is not a little guy.
No, and again, I can tell you what, you got to give Colgate credit for, sticking their head in the game. I really don't think they've, spit the bit yet. Those guys are still competing.
Sure.
They've got folks in the stands over there that have traveled, here in this kind of weather, and they're sticking it out there, rooting, for their team, supporting their players.
So no gain, so 2nd and 10 now. Again, Hammonds back under center, full house wishbone behind him. Hammonds this time is going to fake. He's going to keep it himself. A nice, good, positive run there. Pick up about 5 on that. Fake went to Britt. This time he kept it.
Yep, very good, positive. He made his mind up. Would like to see him kind of possibly pitch man, get the pitch man the ball there.
His pitch man was open.
There wasn't anybody out there.
Yeah.
And that's just the halfback in me talking.
Well, you think of it like this too. This is probably Hammond's first significant downs on offense of the season. So. Again, 25 seconds ago before the start of 25 seconds ago in the third quarter, so this will probably be the last play, maybe one more in the third quarter. Hammonds this time is going to fake and again going to keep. This time they play it very well. And he's going to be brought down for no gain.
Again, like I talked about, Colgate is not giving up there. They kind of brought the heat. Brought everybody there, stiffening up there close to the goal line, which is what they're supposed to do.
Just going to bring up 4th and 5. Again, that's the end of the third quarter. Again, the Wolves are threatening on the 5-yard line. We're in that PT Central red zone. Again, Wolves' second possession of the second half. They've done a good job of kind of eating that entire third quarter clock. Currently, the Wolves lead 33-0, looking to add to that on this 4th and 5. Again, Hammonds in at quarterback.
Got an update on the Marlowe Sulphur. Looks like it's Marlowe 26, Sulphur 12 now. Number 1, Heritage Hall kind of finally pulling away from Kingfisher, 27-3. Plainview currently leads Lone Grove, look like 19-6.
So again, 4th down and 5 here for the Wolves.
Kind of rooting for Lone Grove in that matchup. The Wolves, the opponents that the Wolves have played this year, we've talked about it over and over again.
4th and goal at the 5.
So 4th and goal from the 5 for the Wolves. Well, we've got a penalty here. Let's see what happened. Offsides on the defense. So. So another 2A action, big number 3 Vian versus number 4 Holland Hall. It's been all Vian, 42-16 in the fourth quarter. So looks like Vian will win that district. Millwood, which we talked about earlier, potentially being a potential first-round matchup for the Wolves in the playoffs, currently leading Star Spencer 12-0 in the third quarter. So now 4th and 2. Wolves looked at Hammonds there, looking to get rid of the ball. He's going to get dropped for a loss there on 4th down. I couldn't tell if he was trying to throw the ball or looking for a lane there, but he's able to be corralled by the defense, and that they will be a turnover on downs now.
Yeah, they just strung that play out. He was looking for a hole and unfortunately never found one.
So long drive that time by the Wolves. That was it was a 10-play drive, but comes up short here, and Colgate will take over now at the 10-yard line, their own 10.
Bunch, 1, 2.
Also in district action, again, halftime, it still shows Marietta 6, Tishomingo 0 at halftime. Kingston 27-0 over Dixon. That's also at halftime. And then Lindsay over Comanche 21-7. Good run on first down to pick up another first down for the Colgate Wildcats.
Stopped by number 5, Jake Britt.
Get the ball down to the 25-yard line. So 15 yards on that play. Again, lots of different kids getting some playing time right now for the Wolves. Quarterback handoff goes to number 22. Played very well that time up front. Number 9, Miller, in there was the initially in the play, and then it also looked like 15, Burks, was kind of finished that one off.
Yep, some defensive linemen in there. Number 75, Connor Moore, also getting some action.
So 4 yards on that play is going to bring up 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. Colgate this time when the handoff to the tailback, 22, falls forward for a couple. Number 34 for the Wolves, which is Justin Eidelman on the play.
Kind of solo tackle there, defensive lineman taking on all those blockers and giving him a shot right at that running back.
So it's going to be 3rd and 3. Again, 2 receivers to each side for Colgate.
Brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 3 from the 33.
Handoff again goes to 22. 22 is able to kind of make the first guy, Burks was coming in like a missile, just kind of misses, is able to kind of pick up that first down, but not much more than that. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Colgate at the 38-yard line. .24 in the game for the Wolves, which 24, I believe, is Lane Rawls. So that's the freshman's first, kind of getting some significant time there at middle linebacker.
We'll kind of isolate him and see what he does on this 1st and 10.
So actually makes the tackle. Hey, you can't do any better than that. Then we're watching you, and then you make the tackle on that play, right?
Yep, with number 5, Jake Britt. Yeah, he took on a blocker and made the play.
So again, short game pickup of about 3, I would say. Ball's at the 40-yard line, so pickup of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Again, Lane Rawls in there on the tackle, and Britt as well. So 3 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Quarterback, again, is going to run that speed option. He's got a little bit more room to run. Nice job by the quarterback kind of falling forward and kind of picking up some extra yardage there. He's going to be close to the first down if they don't give it, and they do give him the first down here. So about 8 yards on that run.
A little credit there to another Davis Wolf. I was kind of watching number 66, Marshall Bowling, was got double teamed on the initial play and was still able to get in on the tackle.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Colgate at the 47-yard line.
Good effort. That's what I like to see from a nose guard, that kind of effort.
again, Colgate with the hard count
Oh, are they going to call that on offense? They're going to call it on offense. Yeah.
You thought there for a minute they called us. So the hard count drew Colgate offsides.
Yeah.
Also almost drew Davis
yeah,
offsides.
the young man I was just talking about, Marshall Bowling, we saw him kind of move and the flag come out. I tell you what, there was about 4 of us here in the press box that were fixing to come unglued if that was called against Davis.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 15 now from the 43-yard line. There's another flag. Let's see what this one is. Another one on the offense, so legal procedure. So it's going to move them back another 5 yards.
Yeah, I think they actually tried to go a little quick there because Davis wasn't quite ready and caught themselves off guard again.
Yeah, everybody's kind of got to be on the same page when you're doing that.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 20 now from the 38-yard line. Again, 8:31 to go in the ball game. Wolves currently comfortably in control here, 33-0. Wolves getting to see a lot of different kids playing, so hopefully you guys are still out there watching because you're getting to see a lot of kids maybe that you haven't seen early in the season. They're getting some meaningful minutes.
Yep, we were giving credit to Colgate and their faithful. We got to say the same thing about Davis fans here. That they're all still sitting here watching the Wolves finish this one out here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, and you really got to want to watch this game because, like I said, it's rained pretty consistently. It's been coming down. It's been coming down hard the entire evening.
Yeah, we're up here in the press box with a couple windows open, and my hands are cold. I can't imagine what it's like outside.
Again, ball is at the 38-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 20.
1st and 20 from the 38.
So handoff goes to 22. 22 with a good run that time. Again, from a 1st and 20, just a kind of a straight draw look. Gets the ball down all the way to the, let's see where they mark it here, about the 48-yard line, 47-yard line. So
15 time
going to bring up 2nd and
Could bring up 2nd and 4 or 6 maybe.
5, 6, 4.
Yeah, let's somewhere in there. Hey, whichever one you want. How about 2nd and 5? Let's.
I tell you what, when we get that turf field here at Davis, they'll have it marked. We'll be able to spot it.
That's exactly right. Okay, not. I hope you're still listening out there, Mr. Mooring. Okay, so 7:51 to go. Handoff goes to 34. He's met in the backfield that time.
Good
nice
job,
that time.
Davis defensive
71,
line. 71, 66. I'm just going to rattle off numbers. I see getting up 55.
71, Wyatt Fisher. 65 is Isaiah Escabel.
66, Marshall
66,
Boulding.
Marshall Boulding. So
I think
really
may
good
have
job
been a
that
number
time.
9 in there as well, some Tucker Miller.
So 3rd and 6 now.
And that was another one of those plays, Brad, that I could hear here by this open window, not just see.
So the ball's at the, looks like the ball's going to be at about the 49-yard line. 3rd and 6.
49.
Handoff goes to 22. 22 again. Fights forward. Looked like he was going to be well short of it, but he fights forward, and he's going to be a couple yards short, but good run that time. He's going to bring up 4th and short.
Number 5, Jake Britt.
Jake Britt in on the tackle, and number 9, Miller.
To the 45-yard line.
So it's
going
going
to
to
give
be about
Colgate an
4th
opportunity
and
to
3.
go for it here on 4th down.
4th and 3 from the 45-yard line. Again, long drive this time that started at Colgate's own 10-yard line. They're on the Wolves side of the field now. Handoff goes to 22. 22 is hit in the backfield.
Yeah, come on,
nice play
good
that
job.
time.
22 blue.
Again, 55, 63, 9, 75.
Believe that was Miller who got him in the backfield. He's the original guy, but nice job the entire defense on that 4th down, and it's going to be a turnover on
That's what I like to see is some of those guys that weren't necessarily out here at the beginning of the game getting in there with playing some significant minutes and defending that home turf. That's what I like to see. This game's not over with by them, you know.
So 14 plays on that drive, but unable to come up with any points, and Wolves will take over at the 45-yard line.
You know, for these guys that are in the ball game now, it might as well be 0-0.
Could be. Yep, that's exactly right. Again, we've got a timeout called here. Timeout the Wolves, and with that, we will also take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Howl broadcast. This is the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson will be back.
Sooner Pharmacy provides a variety of healthcare services. We accept e-prescriptions and we also offer delivery services. Sooner Pharmacy is handicap accessible. Sooner Pharmacy is located at 705 East Main Street inside Sooner Foods.
So we're back, 6:28 to go in the ball game. All Wolves 33-0. Just that 4th and 3 just stop for a short gain there, and the Wolves will take over. Tuff Hammonds in at quarterback. Hammonds this time. Handoff goes to 24 Lane Rawls. Nice job that time of Rawls picking up about 6 yards on first down.
51, that's Kevin Boulding out there, 5'10", 160-pound sophomore, blocking out in front of that play.
I'll also see Britt out there at tailback. Let's see if I can see who the other tailback is.
63, Chase Warren.
Looks like the other tailback is going to be Jacob Gain. So Gain and Britt joined by Lane Rawls in the backfield. Flexbone formation this time. Hammond's under center. Britt goes into motion. Handoff goes to Rawls. Rawls just kind of fights forward, picks up a couple yards there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Ball at the, looks like about the 50, the 40, 43, 44-yard line. Actually, I say that. How about the 46-yard line? 47?
Yeah.
Sometimes you do that math in your head and you do it backwards, right?
I can't do any math in my head.
Okay, we'll say 46-yard line. Hammonds this time. Handoff goes to Rawls. Rawls just kind of falls forward, pushes the pile forward, picks up a first down. Nice running so far by Rawls this evening.
Yep, credit those new linemen out there with fresh
legs. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Those linemen pushing the pile. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10. The ball is at the Colgate 43-yard line.
Picks up a first down for the Wolves.
So that dive play has worked pretty consistently here, so it's about time we see the fake dive quarterback keep.
Quarterback follow. We're in the flex bone formation.
Go to the backside here to Britt. Britt there is brought down. I'll tell you what, brought down by, looks like maybe a shoulder pad.
Yeah.
Or face mask, depending on what you were looking at there.
Yeah, well, I was just laughing, number 56, the young man for Colgate that made that play. Made sure he fixed Britt's
jersey
equipment
back
for him.
Okay.
I don't understand that. You make a good play. Yeah.
So 3 yards on that play. The ball's at the 40-yard line now, 2nd and 7. So handoff goes back to Britt. This time not as much room to work, and he's going to be brought down for no gain. Ball still at the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. So is this where I'm going to see the follow? I'm assuming
you might see some pitch option here. Let's
see what we do.
See what Trey Owens dials up here for quarterback.
So is that your prediction here? We might as well predict while we've got here. 3:31 to go in the ball game here. We going to see you calling the pitch?
I want to see the formation. Traditional wishbone. We're going to go. Quarterback.
This is going to be quarterback follow. And just like that, that's exactly what we see. It picks up a first down.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Let's look. Oh, man, I did not see. That is not what I saw for a spot. It's going to bring it up. It looks like it's going to bring up 4th and short. I thought for sure he picked that up, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 1. Ball is at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, 4th and a full one.
Full one, yeah. So they're going to, the punt team runs on. It's got a different punter here. This will be
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got do we need to count those again?
So Rawls is back to punt this time.
I think we got 8 or 9 kids out there.
Let's see what we got. There's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I think
7,
you're right.
8,
I see
9.
9 kids currently.
Yeah. I mean, that's not against the rules or anything. Punt the football. I mean, you know, you're not helping your punter out any there.
So I just got a text from one of the faithful Davis fans that said they're still watching from home. So appreciate you guys out there watching the broadcast. Hopefully Dustin and I haven't been butchering it bad enough that made you stop. So we're saving that for later in the season, right?
And I tell you what, it's good. You know, this will be a 3rd win in a row. Is that?
That's right.
Is that correct?
Little bit of a streak right now. And
yep,
again,
Wolves are ending the season, you know, like you want to.
Got a very winnable final 2 games. So
yeah, you know, we'll take them as they come, and I'm never gonna, you know, make excuses for a Wolf loss. But I tell you what, I sure would have liked to seen the schedule sprinkled out, you know, spread out just a little bit different. We had a murderous row to start the season. I tell you what, confidence does wonders for these young men. You know, these, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old men out there playing this sport.
So Rawls' punt, it's going to hit and be fielded at the 5-yard line. Ooh, that young man was killed that time. Let's see who was in on the tackle.
I'm trying to get that number. Is that 50,
I want to say 56. Let's see who 56 is, because I think that's who it was.
Levi Baxter?
Levi Baxter, yep. We will give him Levi Baxter in on the tackle.
Yeah, 7, Talaferro was down there and kind of left the return man not much of an option but to take on Levi Baxter, and that was not a good decision.
I think I heard the How guys earlier say that that's Levi Baxter and his luxurious locks, if I'm not mistaken. So
okay.
I'll give him credit for that. So that was 100% hair power is what they're saying in the box, and I think that's probably right. So quarterback looks to throw. He's going to put the ball in the air. 12. Wide open, but I'll tell you what, started running before the ball is caught. And again, in this rain, that's not an easy catch, even downfield.
Yeah.
But he passes incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 8-yard line.
Well, I do like the design of those plays. I like a play like that takes the defense deep with one man and then just follow them with another one kind of at medium range. I just think that's awful difficult to defend at this level of football. Whether it's a stop route, an out route, a curl, just the follow route.
So the Wolves next week will be on the road at Marietta, looking to build on this 3-game winning streak. So quarterback speed option, pitch goes out to 22. 22 is brought down this time by number 24, Lane Rawls. And Rawls,
number 14.
So there's a man down. Looks like 22 for Colgate is working with that young man while they are taking a quick break, checking that gentleman out. He's back up. We were going to take a timeout, but we'll hold off. Again, there's 2:08 left in the ball game. Wolves are currently leading 33-0.
I think that young man, 22, there, he's been pretty much the workhorse for.
Tell you what, he's carried the ball a lot, and he's done a pretty good job. He's probably been their best offensive player most of the game tonight.
Little draw play up the middle, yeah. He's been able to kind of pick his way on a few occasions.
It's kind of and he's carried the ball quite a bit. So he's kind of walking a little bit gingerly there.
Yeah, got a little bit of an ankle.
So, again, we should take just a second to thank our sponsors. Again, we couldn't do this. The How couldn't do it with all of our contributing partners out there. Again, we've got a whole group of you guys. You guys know who you are, but in the meantime, we always like to kind of reach out and say thank you. Again, Mike Hellick Chevrolet, Mac Trailer, PT Central, Jones Jeweler, CNC Baco. There's a whole crew that helps make this broadcast possible. Quarterback looks to throw. The ball is overthrown. It's going to be incomplete. Again, also like to thank the How Group. Again, you guys may not realize this, but, there's been people out in the rain filming, posting on social media most
bringing
of the
all
evening.
This to you. We had over 100 followers, earlier tonight. So.
And again, it's not. We are fortunate enough to kind of get to sit in here in the warmth and the dry and but a lot of the other group is not. And again, we'd like to thank that How group. Again, they broadcast it, they produce it, they film it, they do all of that. Dustin and I are
all the setup, all the tear down. You know, they're going to be here after the, long after this ball game's over.
That's all just to bring the audience at home, this broadcast, get to watch the Wolves. Again, Dustin and I, we do the easy stuff. We're just the idiots on talking, you know. But it's those guys that really bring all this stuff to you guys. So
yep, and
again,
thanks to those sponsors like Vision Bank, First National Bank, Hilltop Animal Health, ones we've mentioned, Jones Jewelry, Oklahoma Army National Guard.
So again, can't thank you guys enough for helping us bring this broadcast to the faithful at home. So a minute 30 to go. The Wolves comfortably in control, still 33-0. They will take over possession. Ball at the 44-yard line. Again, Hammond's in at quarterback. He's joined in the backfield. Jake is, so that is Jake Parker at quarterback for the first time. He is in victory formation.
Number deuce.
So number 2, Jake Parker, and he's going to take a knee, and that's going to be it for this ball game. So the Wolves with their third win in a row on the road next week, looking to expand on that and grab another win. Kind of finish the season the way we want to win. We would kind of see where it goes from there. So again,
Brad, want to mention some more of our seniors here tonight on senior night. We're going to mention our senior band members. I've got Rochelle Phipps, Caitlin Bassett, Jacob Ferris, Morgan Terrell, Donnie Buchanan, and Kendall Drake. Thank you, seniors, band members. We appreciate you.
So again, before we get off here, we've got to also thank our statistician, Boyd Fulton, out there. Again, Boyd, we appreciate all that you do. He is not only a great Wolves fan, but he's a great statistician, and the information that he gives you, I'd love to say that Dustin and I come up with this ourselves, but unfortunately neither of us are smart enough to do that. So Boyd, we always like to say thank you for all you do and help you provide us on this broadcast. So again, the Wolves going to get their third win on the season this evening, and looking to advance to that. Next week will be at Marietta at 7:30.
At Marietta, and then at Tishomingo.
And at Tishomingo to finish the season. This will be their last home game unless something something weird happens, in the playoffs.
Hey, never can tell. We want to thank all the parents and everybody. We appreciate having all these seniors. That's what tonight was for, was to celebrate our seniors and tell them how much we appreciate them and how much we're going to miss them. Those guys are always hard to replace, but we always seem to find a way to reload.
So the Wolves moved to 3-2 in district play on a successful senior night. With that, this has been the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. The Howls broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley, and you've been listening to me and Dustin Johnson. Again, Jared Morris and Bobby Alexander producing this evening. Thank you to all of the Howl group, and we will be back on the road coming to you live from Marietta next Friday at 7:30. We'll see you then.
Go Wolves.
Drive home safely. Thank you.